What's up, everybody? Long time no see. As you probably have noticed on my channel, I haven't posted a lot lately. It's been a very dry winter for content. A few reasons for that, and a few things I want to talk about in this video. Want to get something out there now that I've had time to process my emotions, feel the feels, think about all the things, and I've had enough time to breathe. It's been a very rough few months, interesting few months. First and foremost, super excited I got to go to Sloss. Everyone at Sloss, thank you for making that trip absolutely amazing. I had a lot of fun and met a lot of amazing people, hung out with a lot of good friends, and honestly did a lot of soul searching on that trip, and it was good. Overall, it was an amazing trip. It was a pain in the butt, literally, for me to go all the way to Florida and then to Alabama to go to Sloss. There's like 40 plus hours of travel overall for me. But you know what? It was a fun event, and hanging out with my teammate Kimberly was absolutely a treat. And something I really realize now I needed at this point in time. So a few months ago, I don't know how to even start this. I've been having health issues. Like, if you follow me, you've known I've had health problems for, well, all the entirety of my YouTube channel. That's how I found FPV, was from severe health issues that left me bedbound. I'm no longer bedbound, but still recovering from some of those health issues back then, and still finding a way forward with chronic pain, nerve problems, some, minor muscle skeletal issues, and, herniations, stomach problems. I've got Humpty Dumpty was on a wall, had a great fall, and they tried putting me back together, and it was very difficult. And unfortunately, I still have side effects from all that. And I say all that to say is lately, especially over the last couple of years, I've made a huge effort to try to live my healthiest and best life. Irregardless of my health problems, I figured, I can do my best to try to be healthier and, better about my diet, better about my health, everything else. And I think last year I was on a really good push. I was getting a lot healthier. My diet was a lot better. I lost over 100 pounds. I'm still over 100 pounds down. Let's go. And I'm still trying to lose a little bit more weight, still trying to get back into some healthy habits and try to get back to, a healthier point than I've ever been. That's my goal, is to continually get healthy. I say all this, and that's to say, is I had some health scares over the winter. And I didn't realize how bad it was until my hair started literally falling out. And this is the first time I think I've talked about this on my channel or any social media. But to my friends, I've talked about this over the last couple months. People in my life, this has been a thing, but, and it doesn't really show right now, thankfully, but my hair, has gone through some stuff. And I've alopecia areata, which is like a condition where your immune system attacks your hair follicles. It can be triggered from stress. It can be triggered from sickness. It can be triggered from a lot of different things. And the exact reason why it happens is yet really fully known. And the big thing is it's absolutely scary, because over the winter I got sick multiple times. I wasn't feeling very good. And the last time I got sick, I got really sick. And I think that's what caused partially the hair loss and alopecia, I guess, to flare up, which I guess it can flare up again. And I'm still recovering. My hair is finally starting to grow back in a little bit. I'm seeing some recovery from it. I've had my health checked out. I'm starting to feel a little bit better about things. But I had a lot of stress too over the winter. Broken prop shop, I started getting my motors in, having a lot of success with 3D over the last year. Getting market support, new propellers made, new motors made specifically for 3D flying, and, really trying to push the entire envelope performance forward in drone freestyle. And I'm very thankful to all the companies, Tattoo, GemFan, huge thank you, VCI, I love you. It's been such a journey to go from where we started at to where we are now with an amazing performing motor that people are really happy with. And yeah, Betaflight Thank you to all the developers that have helped make it even better than what it was and continue to kind of, keep 3D in mind when they develop stuff out. And AM32 devs and the Escape 32 devs. Thank you for making 3D what it is. I know when I came back into FPV, there was a video put out by Bardwell like, what happened to 3D? And it kind of died out. And I don't know if it's just because I stopped pushing it, because I was basically the only person in the industry pushing it. Like a lot of the companies, I had the ear of, and I was coordinating a lot of stuff between a lot of different people to try to make these products get to market. And doing it for free, basically, both promotion, marketing, um, testing, product development. Like I was doing a lot of things for free because I wanted to get these products to market, and I saw the opportunity to help create something bigger than just myself or one thing. So I really saw that having an ecosystem being a thing, and I tried to be a neutral party in the market just to push the entire thing forward for the longest time. Likewise, that meant trying to stay out of retail. My retail shop, brokenprop.shop, started primarily for me to be able to sell custom built unicorns, which honestly, I love building them. It's a lot of fun. And right now, with the way the market is, very difficult to navigate. I know starting last year, we had the export controls for BL Heli 32 shutting down that project, which started a whole push to get 3D supported by open source projects. And then now we have the tariffs and the current global trade war going on, which is making it very hard for me as probably one of the smallest fish in the market with a very niche product. Like 3D is super niche within niche, to really navigate. And so like my margins on all my products, like everything just got blown out of the water. Like the fact that I'm going to be able to make good on my existing customer orders, and I have, I think, 3 or 4 orders I still need to get sent out. Don't worry, the product is here. It will get sent out. I have not sent it out due to health reasons, life reasons, other reasons. They're here. It's good. Going forward, though, I don't know if I can afford to carry motors. I don't know if I can afford to carry products that I want to carry to push 3D in the United States, because a lot of these products are imported from out of the country. Likewise, I don't know if I can find the backing and funding to bring products stateside, because I've done a lot of research and a lot of market analysis in the past trying to make products in the United States, getting propellers made by APC, for instance. APC, they have 3D propellers in the United States made here in California. Brilliant. Not a big issue. Motors, trying to find American-made motors, a little more difficult. We have Blue UAS manufactured ESCs and flight controllers now, which is great. So there's certain things that can be gotten here and kind of like outside of the tariff, whatever. But even that said, with all that happening, the market is so rapidly swinging back and forth. I feel like most people are just trying to hold on to the mast of their ships so they can get flung off, right? And right now, my ship is in very rocky waters. And I've been trying to fucking navigate it. Oop, there's my F-bomb. That's my one F-bomb. Trying to navigate it, and it's very difficult. And yeah, it's... And to navigate it during my health problems with, pair my chronic pain, which is exacerbated by the inflammatory thing going on with my body, which alopecia areata is inflammation-based, which my nerve pain also deals with inflammation. My inflammation was up over the winter from being sick multiple times. Like, my body was not in a good way. Pair that with the stresses of not being fully funded. Like, I'm self-funded in this. I don't have outside backing making this really happen. I don't have an external wallet, like a lot of people in FPV that have stores. There's some sort of external funding that allows them to push into the market a little bit, and or they hustle super hard on a level that I probably can't. And so there's a lot of frustration in trying to be a small shop in this market, especially when I'm trying to help do all this development and all these things. Like, I just don't have the energy. So, why am I making this video? to let you all know where I'm at, where I've been at, that I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still here. Um, that I'm not gonna go anywhere. Um, just that stuff's been hard. Um, always been hard. Um, and yeah, going forward, I think the only play I really want to do is get into manufacturing, or at least scale back, trying to go full retail with my endeavors. Before a year ago, I thought, I don't ever thought I was going to make a lot of money going into retail, and that was really never the end. I wanted to make it sustainable for myself to be able to at least get products to market and to make enough money to at least make it worth the time and effort and energy as a very part-time job to be able to get these products to market for people and make it easier for people to get them. Now I don't know how feasible that is. And for the last month, I've been debating this, and I still don't know how feasible it is. It's been very maddening trying to figure it out. Um, so I want to keep doing my custom builds. The prices on the custom builds will probably change drastically, and it'll probably fluctuate as the market fluctuates. I'm gonna probably stop offering the 2010 motors directly from my site. You can still get them from VCI. I probably won't be offering any gem fan propellers or anything else. This is all subject to change. Like if I somehow get like outside funding for it, or someone's willing to front the money to help pick up stock and potentially bear the tariff costs, because there's still questions in the air about a lot of things, hit me up. Likewise, if you're another store that's willing to absorb 3D, please hit me up. I would like to continue doing my pre-builts. I would love to shut down my retail component and try to direct people to a home for 3D. So this is my biggest thing, is I don't want to abandon the 3D market. And likewise, I don't know if I have the energy to put a bunch of time, effort, and energy into knocking on people's doors saying, hey, would you like to support 3D and help me carry XYZ products so I can build my unicorns and then possibly have people buy a pre-built from your store, and then I build the thing with the products that you have in stock? Boom. That could be a great solution. That's something I'm looking for. And likewise, I feel like there's a lot of products and configurations for drones that can be useful that aren't just my stock unicorn. But, carrying all those products, there's a lot of money involved, a lot of stock. It is, especially now, a very thankless and tiring effort to do. So I really want to hope, and I'm hoping I can collaborate with someone out there on that end of it, to take some of the load off of me and allow me to focus on the pre-builts, which I enjoy building. It's a fun, I like sitting down, I spend the day, just chill, relax, build something I love building. I really do enjoy that process. It's really sad over the last month and a half, 2 months, especially with the tariffs and everything else. It was hard for me to get products in stock just to do that. And over the last month, life has been a whirlwind. I've also had personal loss in my life that I'm not talking about. Like my cat just passed away last week, and I was with her for a couple of weeks while she was dying, and it was pretty rough. And on top of that, again, going back to my health has just been really weird. So yeah, that's fun. A lot of rambling in this video, but there's a lot that I feel like I needed to say, and I honestly haven't put out a video in a very long time. So the future of things up in the air. What I'm focused on right now is my health and finding work in the industry. I've been trying to do every little thing I can do. Like, okay, some of my friends are like, Zoe, you need to sell pre-builts. Start doing that. People in the community are like, hey, Zoe, we want to buy motors, XYZ, and have products we can get in the store. I'm like, okay, I'll do that too. I've been kind of pick and pulled in different directions, and all these different directions have taken up a lot of my time, energy, and I feel like I haven't put all of my time, energy, and effort into one path forward. And I feel like that's something I need to do going forward. And I feel like that path is finding a regular jobby job outside of the FPV industry, possibly, but hopefully still within the drone industry. I've been applying to a lot of different companies. I have changed up my job like search quite a bit lately, and I'm currently interviewing for one company I'm really excited for, but the get in there is going to be like it's it's quite the process to get into it. And likewise, you know, I don't know. I'm not putting all my eggs in that basket. I'm really hoping people in the community, on a personal note, just help 3D. You know, 3D needs your help, but I also need your help. If you have a possible job opening in the industry that you think could benefit from my experience, my knowledge, my social media skills, my marketing prowess, my ability to create content, my ability to engineer and develop out platforms, my skills as a pilot. You can find my resume on my website, zoefpv.com. It's on the links. You can also just check the link somewhere in the comments, maybe. But really, zoefpv.com has my resume. It's one of the last links on the bottom of the page. And yeah, if you want to hire me, please reach out. If you know someone that's looking to hire someone with my skills and capabilities, please reach out. I'm trying to keep my job hunt here in California. I would prefer to not move away, or at least have the option of commuting back and forth to where I currently am. I do have friends and I feel family in this area. So yeah, I'm hoping I can find, and there's a remote opportunity available. But I also realize that my skills probably better suited for on-hand engineering and testing. Um, so yeah, that's a big call. I don't know if I'm going to really be producing much more content on my channel until I find a job. Um, you know, I can spend 40 hours on a video. I can spend like 20 hours on a video. I can spend a lot of time making content, and something I love doing and I enjoy doing, but it also turns into a lot of work, and it has also meant spending 40 plus hours on something, and time, effort, energy, and also the stress. Like, I get stressed out when I don't put out content enough for my community, or the algorithm stops hitting hard because of XYZ, or it's stressful. And right now, I need to be putting all my energy into my health and finding gainful employment. Um, so I might be doing a resume-esque video in the future, where I try to promote myself again and hopefully find potentially gainful employment. Um, but yeah, I have a lot of really good content saved up from the last 6 months that I have not put out. I have a lot of really cool 3D stuff that I have not had a chance to push. I have stuff from Sloss. I have the Liberty Statue Garden down in the Barstow area. I have some really cool sessions down at some bandos. I haven't had the energy to push them, and likewise, I feel like putting out that content when I so desperately need to find like employment and be able to support myself in this world, it just feels weird at this point. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, so I'm hopeful. It's just been a rough go. Um, Honestly, seeing my hair fall out was pretty excruciating. And very traumatizing, and very much like, oh no, what the heck is going on with my body? And it's had me pretty low for the last few months. On top of, like I said earlier, my cat passing and a bunch of other things, life has been stressful. Um, yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I was really trying to not make this an emotionally charged video, or, you know, whatever, but it's really hard to do that when you speak from the heart. Um, So yeah, I love you all, and I don't know what the next chapter of my life brings, but I'm going to do my best to make it a good one. So until it starts, see you then.